And a good morning to everybody. Again, live from Zug, Switzerland, 2015 ISBHF World Championship at the Bossard Arena this morning for the men's B pool semi-final. The Cayman Islands, who finished second in their group, against France, who won their way into the semi-final by defeating Hong Kong yesterday morning in a shootout. So, Cayman Islands versus France, B pool semi-final this morning from the Bossard. My name is George Scott. Stephen Power will be joining us very shortly. These two teams met once in the round robin earlier on, and the Cayman Islands won that game 3-1. France has been looking a little better as of late. They seem to have improved as the tournament's gone on, so you might want to throw that result out the window. They start fresh this morning. Starting in goal for France will be Mikhail Mueller, who has been very good for that team, has played extremely well his last few games. And for the Cayman Islands, Randy Cannon, also very impressive through this tournament. So expect to see good goaltending, both sides. Both teams can be very quick. It may come down to which team makes the fewer mistakes. Winner advances to the gold medal game tomorrow. Gold medal Sunday here in Zug. That game will be same time tomorrow morning, and we'll have that one for you. Just covering the semifinals. We got a lot of semifinals to go through today, and the gold medal games and the bronze medal games tomorrow. Placement games are available without commentary. France get the ball first. They're in the white. Cayman Islands in the dark jerseys, turned over inside the blue line. Cayman Islands breaking in. First chance, shot goes wide. Taken by Jamie Nelson. Nelson's down in the corner, stolen away from him. France get it, clear it down the floor. That's going to go all the way down the floor, and we'll come back into the French zone. Just 34 seconds played into this one. Teams will get in a quick change off the first whistle. France wins it in around the boards. Kept in. Sauvage had it. Didn't get it out. Back of the point. Shot. Ricochets. Scores! Tipped in front. Shot came from Jason Windsor. It was tipped in front. Down into the floor and then bounced up into the goal. Cayman Islands jump on France early in this one. We'll wait and see who tipped that in. We'll get the official. Windsor took the shot from the point. Cayman Islands now back in their own end. Hather. They'll move it up the left side off the boards. Going into chase is Plamondon. France get to it. A little problem, I believe, with the clock. Referee at center has stopped play and is heading over to the timekeeper's bench. Get that checked out. We're going to run, I read my hand signals correctly, but 10 seconds off the clock. There we go, starting to run it now. All right, so you're going to add an extra 10 seconds on. So we are right at the 1 minute mark. Already 1-0. Cape.
First goal for Cayman Islands, scored by player number 55.
Uramian gets the goal for the Cayman Islands with the tip in front. Chris Uramian. Cayman Islands go back to work again, get it in front. Just cleared away at the last second by Dimitri Bogus. And again, France under siege here to start this game. Forced to floor it once again. Again, the face-off will be in the French end of the floor. Cayman Islands coming out firing on all cylinders to start this one. They are ready for this semifinal. And behind the goal, backhanded over to the far side. Kept in over there by Hunter. And along the boards, down into the corner they go. Up along the half wall. Back down low. Lennerer for Cayman Islands. Back to Hunter. Over here on the near side. Pass didn't connect. They were looking for cover, and France finally get it and head out. Mary Cannes, center. Trying to gain his own, does, but not very deep, and kept in though by France. Arnaud working along the blue line, forced back, kept it in over the red line though, so France elect not to go into forecheck. They're gonna get in a line change here. Allow the Caymans to move it out. Brad Fisher up ahead to Stone, and Stone tipped it in. Ballet for France. Moves it over to Baptiste Debras, who'll shoot it in. Out in front, a chance. Big save by Cannon. France's first chance. Crinier in front all alone. Got away a good shot. And Cannon came up big on his first test. Cayman Islands gained the zone. In front, big save! Second big save! That was put through the crease. Finally they score! Mueller did all he could, but 3-4 chances. You can't expect the goaltender to stop them all.
George, Team France this morning really up against it. Looked like they only have 2 lines down there on the bench. They might have 12 runners at best. And I mean, Cayman Islands, you can tell they just want to bring it. And aside from that one French opportunity Canada made the save on, this has been all France. The floor's just tipped towards Mueller down in the French net.
2-0 early into this one now, just 3 minutes in. Jewett over to the far side. Yeah, it's been, Cayman Islands have really jumped all over France early. As they say, Cayman came ready to play. French haven't really found their stride at all yet in this one. No chance to get going. Windsor down in the corner, behind the goal. Knocked off his stick, up along the boards. Kept in by Jewett, but it goes up and into the French bench. We'll get another whistle and a face-off with 3:30 gone here in the opening period.
Cayman Islands outmanned the French 2-1. I mean, Cayman's got 21 runners down there on the bench. French at best with 12. I'm sorry. Early in the week when everybody's excited and the energy levels are high, you get by, but this is what, day 8?
Lost track. I think it's at least, yeah.
I had to ask someone yesterday what day it was, if it was Wednesday or Friday or whatever.
Shot comes in from the point. They have been here now over a week. A lot of games to cover. Now start running together a little bit, but we're down to it now. Semifinal Saturday. Shot goes off the mesh and behind the goaltender. Face-off will stay in the French zone. Cayman Islands change again.
Team France has got to find an answer somewhere in this first half of this first period, George. As I tell you what, another goal by the Cayman Islands, and this might be in danger of becoming a laugher.
Pullman won the face-off for the Cayman Islands. Picked off at center by the French, though, and they'll move it up the floor, but no further than the blue line is played. Back out again. Pache clears it in for the Cayman Islands. They gain the zone. Try to throw it in front. Just out muscling the French as well. That went through, and they're looking for the deflection and went over into the corner. Again, they win the battle. Elbigan. Down in the corners, the Caymans just throw it around, threw it in front, intercept it. All the French can do is clear it down the floor and get a face-off back in their end.
Cayman Islands I would think, George, and I haven't seen the B pool action like you have, but right now, I would think they've got to be the favorite.
Well, they defeated France 3-1 in the round robin early in the tournament. France, I mentioned off the top, have been playing a little better as of late. They won their qualifying game yesterday against Hong Kong. Came back to beat Great Britain in an exciting game before that, and seem to be getting better, but they're in tough here this morning.
And the winner of this game takes on the winner of Britain and Haiti. Is that correct, George?
That's who's playing in the next semifinal. And the winner tomorrow morning, the gold medal game in B pool. Alexandre Capet, once again, no answer for the French. Just get rid of it. Get another face-off. Really on their heels.
One scoring chance for the French. As you mentioned, Randy Cannon came up big on that one, and I got a feeling that's the type of game it's going to be. If they want to hang around, capitalize on the scoring chance when they get it, because they're simply just not going to be able to run with the French. I look at Arnaud here stepping in for France. I think this is his sixth shift of the game already, and we're 5 minutes in.
Shot hit the side of the net, came back out in front, bounced right through the crease. Out at center, referee here has called a penalty slash.
Flavor of the week, George, slashing penalty.
There's been quite a few.
It's the ball hockey's equivalent to check to the head. Seen that call many times this year in ice hockey. I thought the referees were going to give themselves a concussion, signaling it.
Cayman Island players, Paul Strink has headed to the bench, so the penalty is to the Cayman Islands. So maybe a chance for France to get settled in a little bit here now. They've got the man advantage. They can spend a little time in the Cayman Island zone and might give them a little boost.
Love the French uniforms, George. Only team here to be rocking the old school ball hockey pants. Everybody else in shorts. Team France. And I've been around ball hockey a long time. I know you're relatively new to it, but that's the way every team used to play. Pants like that. Team France, rocking it old school style.
Well, they need to start rocking something soon. They have been very quiet so far in this game. Arnaud down in the corner, gets it back. Courrier, he's got Ballet out with him. This is France's Ballet, usually quarterbacks the power play for France. Ballet, well outside, fakes a shot, down to Arnaud. Tried to get it into the middle, read nicely and cleared down the floor by the Cayman Islands, and they will change their penalty killers. Arnaud has been replaced by Long Prey on the left side for France. Way outside shot. Cannon only got a piece of that to deflect it wide. Seemed to fool him a little bit. Ballet again outside. Tried to put it in front. Knocked down by the Caymans and gets past Ballet at center, and he'll have to go back in his own end to retrieve it. Just 45 seconds left to go in the power play. Ballet's going to head off. Capet clears it in for France. And behind the goal, getting there first was Dimitri Bogus. Bogus, a big, strong guy. Head for the front of the net. Roussel. Still no shot coming in. That was tipped. Save made by Cannon. Comes into the corner. Longpre plays it back, but didn't get much on it. And Caymans go over, pick that off, clear it down the floor. That will effectively kill this penalty with just 4 ticks left on the clock. And Strink back out on the floor, immediately heads to the bench. Crenier's pass picked off by Bridges. Bridges for the Caymans, back behind his own goal. Head to Plomondeau, through center. Tried to get it back to Plomondeau, was making a run up the middle. That didn't work. Sauvage dumps it in. Bridges take it in the corner for the Caymans. And they will set up. And bring it out deliberately. Up through the middle, good run, chipped ahead right into the goaltender Mueller. Trying to get to it was Elbegin, but no chance to catch up to it. Mueller will hang on.
Overheard a lady comment in the other rink earlier this week watching the Cayman Islands play with their blue jerseys. She commented on the gene pool, I guess, the birth names of the Cayman Island players. She commented on how good these Deloitte brothers were and how many of them there were.
There's a lot of Deloittes on this team.
Every Cayman Island jersey sponsored by Deloitte, name on the back. The lady thought they had 5 brothers playing on the floor at one point. All the Deloitte brothers were some good hockey players, she said.
That's a good gene pool. I got a little fool with it the first game I did. And the Caymans came out. The first guy came out, had Deloitte on his back. And I checked my sheet. I said, I've got nobody named Deloitte. Second guy had Deloitte. I said, oh, my, what's going on here? Real mix-up. And I realized everybody's got Deloitte. I took a breath.
If only our job was that easy, George.
Yes, it would have been great if everybody was Deloitte. Maybe we'll just go with that.
That's why you need to call some Team Greece games. Team Greece actually do have 5 members of the Barbas family playing for the Greeks.
I believe it's 4 of the Bras on India. Tony and Dumpy.
I don't know if they're all, I think they might be related.
Yeah, just
but
the same.
The Barbases are father and sons.
Okay. Ball is dumped in. Cannon's got it. Another father and son playing with Armenia as well. Mark and Raphael Vardazarmian.
Family affair here at the 2015 ISBHF World Championships. Starting to wind down. I know things a little bit low-key out around the grounds this morning, George. Big concert here last night.
Huge concert. They were talking upwards of 6,000 people out in the plaza. It was jam-packed. You couldn't move out there.
And apparently tonight a big celebration on Lake Zug.
Yeah, they're talking about 40,000.
40,000. Only 30,000 populate Zug. So coming from all over, right outside our hotel window.
Say, yeah, directly outside the hotel.
I'm sure I'm going to appreciate that, trying to get up for tomorrow morning's game.
Won't be much sleep tonight. Uramian got the first goal for Cayman Islands. Work down low. I have to say there are a couple of French players out there, no names on their back, and they were not in this tournament earlier. Those numbers, they were not on our sheet at any time during the game. One of them is number 15. I don't know if we can find out anything between periods, but there are a couple of guys.
Your trusty sidekick will look into that for you.
Roving reporter. Dumped in front. Mueller kicked it away. Not sure where the ball is. Nobody knows where the ball is. They're looking around. Referee goes to Mueller. Have you got it? No. Ah, there it is. Caught up in the paraphernalia, as Danny Gallivan would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll just call number 15. Let's call him Mr. X. For now.
Number 92 would be Mr. Y.
Yes, sir. 1592. I'm going to go check on that, George.
Thank you very much, sir. Cayman Islands back to work again. Down low. Comes to the side of the net. Now over here into the near corner. Strink behind the goal. Got it out in front, bouncing around. Another shot comes through. Mueller saw it, couldn't grab the rebound. Kept in again by the Caymans. Nelson. Shot goes wide. Over on the far side. Heather will keep it in for the Cayman Islands. Puts it down low into the slot. Shot goes wide. Nelson's on it again. Nelson towards the goal. Blocked by Bogus. Heather, good pinch in over on the far side to keep it in for the Caymans. Heather having to look around, tried to throw it out in front, picked off by Ballet. Francis Ballet coming back the other way for France. Back to Bogus. Bogus, left side, shoots it in. Heather waiting for it. Arnaud turning at center. He'll clear it in, gets bumped down. Back to pick it up is Pache. Over on the left side. In over the blue line. Plomanon, 2-on-1 setting up. Plomanon dropped it back for Elbegin, and that was picked off. Plomanon's got it again, got the shot. Rebound, hit the side of the net. after a great save by Mueller. And the first one out in front, that's fired wide by Ploumondon as he was set up. Again, the Caymans relentless in their attack, spending almost the entire first period in the French zone. Another shot came in, another save by Mueller. Ploumondon. France is trying to weather this storm right now, down by 2 already. They don't want it to get any worse. They've had trouble scoring at times and fall behind early. Going to be tough. Had one come from behind victory over Great Britain. Shot from outside. In the corner, you got a helmet off from Claude Ploumondon. His helmet's come off down in the corner. Whistle goes. Matthias Arnaud slow to get up for France. He's sort of lower back problem. He is struggling out there. He's going to stay out, but having trouble walking, really limping noticeably and holding his back, grimacing. Can't imagine he's going to stay on the floor. Again, hockey players are tough. Arnaud is going to stay out there. Arnaud wins it over to Ballet, far side. Now French team gets a little something going. Shot goes wide. There's a penalty. This explains what's happening. Penalty to Cayman Islands. Cayman Island player stole the ball but got his stick caught up in Ballet, and otherwise Jamie Nelson would have had a breakaway from center. Frustrating to see the ball there and not be able to get it because you haven't got a stick in your hand. What it is Ploumondon, his helmet came off. He continued to play. I mentioned earlier his helmet came off. He didn't leave the floor right away. So he picks up a delay of game penalty. You've got to leave the game immediately if your helmet comes off. So France on a power play as a result of that. Ballet. Up to Corrier. Corrier in over the blue line, drops it back. Ballet's heading off. He's going to be replaced. Shot blocked up high and cleared down the floor. Mueller comes out to play it for France. Mueller off the boards. That was intercepted. Giveaway by Mueller. Gave it to Andrew Bowden, but couldn't do anything with that opportunity. Roussel just pokes it in, but France is going to, or rather Cayman Islands are going to get there first, and easy clear for Jason Windsor. Mueller again gave it away. Comes up with a big save. Bowden twice. Got a gift from Mueller. That time got a good scoring opportunity out of it. Almost identical play as the one before. One before, Bowden didn't get off a good shot. That time, a good one. Crinier outside, easy save for Cannon. He's going to smother the rebound and hang on. So we've got no time left on the power play. The penalty to Ploumondon for delay of game has expired. Cayman Islands back to a full complement of 5 players. Bridges over to Heather. A pass misfired. And Roussel dumps it back in for France. Cannon plays it to the boards. Roussel able to tap it in a little deeper. Hannes down behind the net. Arnaud missed it. As the buzzer goes, a fairly quick first period here at the Beausard, largely in part due to the Cayman Islands controlling the ball so much in the French zone. A couple of giveaways late there on the power play for France. The ball played into Mueller. Twice he gave it away to Andrew Bowden and had to come up with a big save the second time. He's got to be a little more careful playing that ball, something you might want to think about. France were under fire through most of that first period. Cayman Islands came out guns a-blazing and were up 2-0. Scored in the first 30 seconds of the game. Dumped in. Hunter will take it for the Cayman Islands. Tipped ahead by Fisher. Up to in front. It was Matt Stone who brought it up the left side. Cayman Islands on it again with early pressure here to start the second period, picking up where they left off in the first. Fisher likes to come back to the point. Cover down into the corner. Patrick Cover playing the right point. Fisher along the boards. He's just going to hold it. Again, eating up time. Well, the first period went by so quickly. We saw a lot of this happening. France can't get it out. Cover is going to keep it in. Knocked off the stick of Lehnerer. This time the French get it to center and no further. Now they'll get it out. The Cayman Islands come up with it. Hunter working his way along the boards, but Fisher a little late getting out of the zone. He was heading to the bench on a line change. Didn't get out over the blue line, so it'll be offside at the French blue line. So far, the second period starting in much the same fashion as the first period was played in the French half of the floor. Out at center. Capet one hands it in, back into the corner to get it is Ryan Pull. Pull comes up with it for the Caymans. Here they come again. Pass up through center, knocked down by Roussel. Ball goes high in the air. Capet has it, pulls on him immediately. And Uramian comes up with the ball for the Cayman Islands, turning in the slot, gets the shot, put it wide. To center, no further. Uramian over on the far boards, watched by Giorgio. Shot off a stick into the corner. Roussel clears it to the near boards. Caymans again first to the ball, in behind the goal. Mike McDonald over on the other side. Giorgio can't get to it. Kept in. Capet to center. Good pass for Sauvage. Tips it here to the near side. Ball doesn't go deep, and the Caymans quickly turn it over and come back up the floor. Shot was blocked coming in from Strank over the far side. Ball bounced and hops in front, and Mueller will hang on to it. And again, the floor is tilted down towards the French zone. No change from the first period. 2:42 gone here in the second. Again, it's the Cayman Islands. That shot was knocked down in front. Longpre fanned on the pass, and French unable to move it out. A lot of it of their own doing with some poor passing, poor ball handling. Arnaud gets it, dumps it in, but that goes into the mesh behind goaltender Randy Cannon for the Caymans. He's only been tested once in this game. Made a terrific save on the one scoring opportunity France has had, and that has been it. 3 minutes into the second period, just one scoring chance for France, multiple for the Cayman Islands. They lead it 2-0. Dubrow gets it out. Arnaud was battling along the boards but lost it. Cayman Islands back in over the blue line. Cayman Islands dominating every aspect of this game. Pass went through the slot. Nobody there, so Ballet will be able to get to it. Move it up ahead. Mary Hannes went off the stick of the Cayman Islands player into the mesh, so the faceoff will be in the Cayman Islands end of the floor now. Arnaud, Crinier, Sauvage, Roussel, and Giorgio out there for France. Face off in the Cayman Islands end. Arnaud will take it. Won by the Cayman Islands. They will control it, take it back behind their goal, move it up on the boards. Off the boards and kept in this time by the French. Cayman Islands allowed to bring it out. Long cross floor pass, knocked out of the air. Good job by Arnaud. Break that up. Ball out at center, brought in. Crinier drops it back. Giorgio with a shot. And Cannon makes a save. Sticks out the left hand, hangs on to it. Not a difficult save for the Cayman Islands goaltender. A snapshot from well outside, saw it all the way. Both teams will change. Hunter left it there for cover. He was checked right away, comes back to cover. Along the boards for Fisher. French hold it in. Back down into the Cayman zone. Cover, back to get it again. He'll try and reverse it up here to Fisher. Fisher forced back into his own end. Goes over the other side for cover. They're on him right away. A little more aggressive forechecking that time by the French, but the Cayman Islands eventually do bring it out. Got it at center, haven't gained the blue line yet. Now they do. Good stick by Longpre to tip it away from Hunter just as he was winding up. Save made by Mueller. Strank, another save by Mueller. Rebound in front, Strank again. That one was put wide. Net's come loose. It looks like it. Yep, it has. They're going to put it back rather than blow the whistle as the ball moves up the floor. Ballet. Stopped right at the blue line. 3-on-1. Cayman Islands. Hunter. Pass across. Shot saved by Mueller. Rebound. A tremendous save by Mueller. Doing what he can to keep his team in it. First save was good. The save and the rebound was exceptional. I think two players are going to go. One from each team. Dimitri Bogus and Mike McDonald headed over to the penalty box. Now what a chance for the Cayman Islands a second ago. Came down 3-on-1. Mueller came with a good save on the first one, but the rebound, he had to sprawl across, looked like it was an empty net. Made the second save. Still giving his team a chance. Cayman Islands win the faceoff. Just coincidental minors, so we're still at 5-a-side out on the floor. Andrew Bowden working the ball down low against Giorgio. Leaves it for Pull. Pull out in front. Great pass. Shot. Rang it off the crossbar. What a chance for David Feibig. Set up beautifully. Feibig calling for it again. Pass doesn't get to him. Uramian in the corner. He's got Arnaud draped over him. Giorgio behind the goal. Merrick Hannes. Right up through center. Hesitates. Shot from way out. Taken back behind the goal by Bowden. Up at the blue line. Strank. Gets it down in low. That one off a French stick to the near side. Again, before the French player able to move it out, but say it came loose, but the reason is going to be a penalty to the Cayman Islands. Jamie Nelson gives it the old what, who, me routine. But more good scoring chances for the Cayman Islands after a couple of big saves by Mueller. David Feibig set up in the slot, had the goaltender beat and rang it off the crossbar. High sticking, the call against Jamie Nelson. He'll sit for two. And for all the work the Cayman Islands have done, only up by a couple. France on the power play, so maybe they can get themselves back in it. This is the opportunity. Out at the blue line, Ballet keeps it in, takes it to the far boards, plays it back. Arnaud. Hannes.
Time 21:41.
Shot blocked. Ballet. Ballet wires it. Again, it's blocked. Nothing getting through. So far for the French. Hannes, Ballet, switch. Ballet's got it just inside the blue line. Hannes is calling for it. He gets it. Back to Ballet. So far, just two people involved in this power play. Diagonal pass down in the corner, misfires. Arnaud. Arnaud has got it. Back to Hannes. Shot. That one did get through. Cannon made the save. Cover gets to the rebound, doesn't get it out. Now they get it in front. Fed across on a good pass by Courrier. Good shot by Arnaud. Better save by Cannon. The coincidental minors are over. Still a minute left to go in the power play for France. It took them a long time to find an opening to get a shot. When they did, it was a good one. Great pass by Courrier. Little no-look pass. Knew where Arnaud was going to be and got a good quick shot. Cannon moving to his right quickly, made the save. French control it. Courrier gets it back. Roussel now is the trigger man. Referee blows the whistle. It's going to be a high stick to France, so bye-bye power play. 4-on-4, Longpre headed to the penalty box. Call for a high stick as he was battling in front of the goal. 4-on-4, 48 seconds left in the penalty to Nelson of the Cayman Islands. Then barring goals or further penalties, maybe the Cayman Islands have a chance on the power play of their own. There'll still be minute 12 left to go in the penalty to Longpre when Nelson's penalty expires. One good chance on that power play for France. It was a very good one. Couldn't beat Randy Cannon.
2 minutes penalty for the players number 92
Giorgio.
from France, Longpre for high
Leaves it
stick.
back there.
Time 22:44.
Roussel. Hannes. Through center, that went off a stick and rolls slowly, and the Cayman Islands get to it, dump it down the floor. Roussel. Again, we are 4-on-4. Arnaud. He's got Hannes with him, and Giorgio. Knocked off his stick. Roussel's got it. Over to Giorgio off the boards. Giorgio gets inside. Gets position. Half wall, threw it out to this side. Arnaud takes it off the boards. Arnaud with the return pass, a beautiful give and go. Set up by Hannes and another save by Cannon. Cannon much busier here in the second period than he was in the first. First penalty is over. Cayman Islands on the power play. Tried to drop it back to Nelson, who came out of the penalty box. That pass misfired. Capet's got some room. High over the top of the goal. Cannon had to be careful as the rebound came off the glass out in front. Cleared away. Pomando. 42 seconds left to go in the Cayman Islands power play. Pomando gets it back out at center. Now they'll set up. Pache in the circle. Slap pass. Went wide. Comes out the near side. Elbegin. Centers it. Elbegin holding it. Shot goes wide from Jewett. Comes back out in front. Cleared to the boards. Elbegin. Having a look around, comes back to Jewett. Back down to Elbegin. Fisher's in front of the goal. Elbegin holding it. Penalty is now over to France. So we're back to even strength. Elbegin spots the player coming out of the box and takes a shot, hit the outside of the goal. Ballet. They're saying it was tipped by the Cayman Islands player, so it won't be a flooring call. Both teams take advantage of that to make a change. Crinier, left side, Crinier. Arnaud is checked as he gets to the blue line, and back come the Cayman Islands. Ryan Poole, drop pass. I'm gonna say Uramian was just ahead of the play. Offside at the French blue line. Still just 2-0. France with many more opportunities here in this second period than what they had in the first. Mentioned Cannon only had to make one save in the first period. He's come up with 3 or 4 pretty good ones here in the second. Hather gains the blue line for the Cayman Islands, drives it down deep out in front. It's tipped just wide by Paul Strank, who was in front of the goal. Nelson down low, he lost it. French come up with it, off the boards, but a weak clearing attempt. Bridges with a shot, nowhere near the net. Sauvage played it out, but only as far as the center line and kept in by the Cayman Islands. Mueller's gonna jump on that and get a whistle. Face off, 11:04 gone now in the second period. No scoring here in the second, all the scoring early in the first. Both goals by the Cayman Islands, they lead it 2-0. They win the faceoff. Fisher, again, shot was stopped as it went off the stick of Longpre. Fisher at center for the Cayman Islands. He'll bring it in over the blue line. Fisher down a little deeper, works in off the half wall, gets into the slot again. The shot was stopped by Capet this time. Tipped ahead. Longpre couldn't get a handle on it. Had half a step on the Cayman defenders. Mueller leaves it there for Ballet. Ballet out from behind his own goal, up on the left side. Bogus had turned the wrong way, came off the board, so you're saying it was touch, so no flooring. Feibig. Stretch pass up ahead to Lehnerer. Lehnerer trying to work in front. Good move inside, outside. Shot goes wide, though. Cleared away by Roussel. Cayman Islands keep it in. Stone with his shot. That was blocked. Back come the French. Arnaud. He's going to stop. Wait for some help. I'm sorry, that's Courrier. Back to Giorgio. Now this is Arnaud. Back to Courrier. 2-on-1. Courrier for Hennis. Pass went behind him. Another good scoring chance for France. Disappears as a result of a bad pass. Good pass to spring the player free. That one comes in front for Pull. Rebound out in front. Uramian had it from point blank. Another save by Mueller. Back down to Pull. Try and give and go out in front. Oh, terrible giveaway by Hannes in front. Lazy pass. Got away with it as his teammates bailed him out, but lazy pass right into the slot, right on the stick of the Cayman Islands player. Roussel. Nice job there to step around. Pache gets it to the blue line and in. Over on the far side comes in front. Hannes with a chance. Hannes tried to make a pass instead of shooting it, and the pass was blocked by Jewett of the Cayman Islands. Now they'll come back down. DeBra broke that up and clears it, but only to center where it's taken by Hunter. Hunter back in for the Caymans. He'll set it up there. Watched by Hannes. He likes to just dump it in behind the goal, and Mueller's going to take it off the end boards and hang on to it. Just a minute, 1 second left in the second period. This one also going by quickly, as did the first. No scoring. French are hanging around after giving up 2 early goals in this game.
There's 1 minute left in the second period.
Shot goes high over the net. In the slot. Shot. Somehow missed at the corner there by Plumendons. He was set up. Had a chance right off the post where he was set up. Ball comes out in front. Mueller with a couple more saves. The French get it, clear it down the floor. And this time it will be flooring against the French, as France guilty of some giveaways now deep in their own end. Very sloppy play by the French in that last sequence. But haven't given up a goal here in the second, so they are still in it. Arnaud take the face-off against Lehnerer. Arnaud wins it right back to the goalkeeper, and bouncing ball gobbled up by Mueller, who will hang on. 35 seconds to go in the period. Semi-final Saturday here at Bossard in Zug, Switzerland. Off the boards, down the floor. Another whistle, another face-off. That took 6 seconds off the clock. Strength will take the face-off for Cayman Islands this time against Arnaud. Arnaud won the last one, wins this one as well. Kept in by the Cayman Islands. Along the half wall, shot. Mueller, shot was going wide, but reaches out, grabs it, hangs on. That took 10 seconds off the clock as we crawl towards the end of the second period. Last minute punctuated by a number of whistles. Again, the Cayman Islands steal it. Down in the corner, out into the slot. Shot comes in off the stick of Mueller. Up and out of play as Jamie Nelson really couldn't find a good handle on that. The pass was in his feet a little bit and didn't get a lot on that shot. That one took 13 seconds off the clock. 6 seconds left to go. The referee is not going to allow a French change because that would delay the game. Denying that late change often causes more of a delay than allowing it. If you do it early and set the tone, you may only have to do it once. Ball goes in behind the goal, and second period comes to an end. 2-0. Cayman Islands, on the strength of 2 early first period goals, lead it 2-0. This is the men's B pool semi-final Saturday. Cayman Islands against France. France in the white, Cayman Islands in the dark jerseys. Underway. France a little better in that second period. A little trouble towards the end, but through the middle part of the period, had a few chances. Offside at the blue line. Of course, only trailing by 2. They're still in this. They've been outplayed through a good part of this game, but hanging around in part due to some terrific goaltending by Mikhail Mueller, their star goaltender. Dumped in, back to get it. He's 5 big, gave it away. Chance out in front, shot, scores! There it is! Merrick Hennis, early, 21.7 seconds in, and the French have indeed capitalized on keeping it close and have come up with a quick goal here to start this third period. Changes everything. Now just a 1-goal game. Winner goes to the gold medal game in the B pool tomorrow. France and Haiti, the other semifinal, coming up right after this one. Here from the Bossard Arena in Zug, Switzerland.
First goal for France, scored by player number 47.
Here come the French again. Capet stopped at center. Back come Cayman Islands. Pache working around the outside, trying to get around Giorgio. Giorgio staying with Pache. Back at the point. Jewett down in low. Pomona gets it back behind the goal for the Cayman Islands. Back to Pomona. That's Elbegin. Out in front, that shot goes wide. Mueller may have got a piece of it. It was Elbegin who made that run a moment ago. I misidentified him as Pache. Pomona back at the point. Jewett towards the goal, looking for the deflection. They get it, ringing it off the outside of the net was Plomondon. Great chance, hit the mesh on the outside. Elbegin, circle, shot, save made by Mueller. Ball goes in behind the goal, back out in front. Elbegin again, a backhand, they score! French are complaining that there should have been a crease violation. They're gonna talk, both officials will get together. And we'll get the announcement. Referee shaking his head no. I think that's no, it was not a violation. So Evan Elbegin on the backhand. Mueller got a pad on it to hit him on the left pad and deflected up into the net. So the Cayman Islands answer the early goal by France and restore their 2-goal lead. French, again, still complaining. See Ballet over talking to the referee. There's Mueller. They are saying there was a French player in the crease that interfered with Mueller's opportunity to make the save. Now the French coach wants to have a word. Martin Florent. He is quite upset about this call. Saw him yesterday get agitated with a couple of calls as well in France's qualifying game. He is very irate. Referee is over talking to Florent. Call is going to stand. And the referee, again, they're going to go over, well, another lengthy discussion. Thought they'd made up their mind. But they're going to talk about it a little more, apparently.
And this game was going so quickly, George.
Steve Power checking in and doing some roving reporting. Yeah, just what we needed, another lengthy delay. I've seen so much of this week. Discussions between the officials, long conversations with coaches, long conversations with minor officials. And they got together right after it happened. The two officials got together just inside the blue line, discussed it. Each one asking the other if they saw somebody in the goal crease. They both said no. They said the goal was going to count. And now further discussion. Steve, any idea what's happening?
I never saw anything wrong with that goal. I can't imagine what they're possibly talking about. Really, I don't know. It looks like they've got the game sheet in their hands down there. But I mean, the French coach, very, very upset. You can tell he was adamant. He had a point and he was going to make it.
The game sheet is out. Both referees are there, minor officials are there.
Uh-oh, this is a no-no. Coach coming across the floor.
Martin Florent has left the French bench and is heading across the floor. He's gone into the officials' bench.
Wow. A lot of times the miscommunication, George, is language.
Yeah, I talked about that as well.
Your Slovak ref, your English ref, and probably a German timekeeper. You know something? I'm all of a sudden pretty interested there.
You kind of backed off for a little
Yeah.
bit, but now this has got your
Yes.
attention.
Yeah, who doesn't like a little controversy sometimes?
Now the referee's going to go right into the scorers area.
And the other referee's leaving the floor.
Well, he's gone.
Just-
The penalty box is open both sides. The other referee's gone first. I know he's calling for one of the ISBHF officials.
And I know
come in to settle this.
Christoph Kirkut is on his way down there from the ISBHF. I'm just very curious to find out. George, I will find out after this is said and done. I will let you know.
Yeah, see Christoph now coming into
Yeah.
the scorer's box. Lengthy land. You're right. They had the game sheet out. We were talking earlier about players with numbers missing and different names.
But that was Evan Elbigan, wasn't it?
Elbigan, who scored, I don't know why it would come, because it was on the French side that we had the issue with the numbers. You'd think it was the French who were complaining it would be a problem with the numbers for the Caymans, but that doesn't seem to quite match up. The initial argument was that there was a player in the crease. The referee said no, there wasn't. I thought we were ready to play.
French coach still over in the penalty box.
He's
Actually, I think the French coach is at the clock. And now I see the one of the referees in chief from the Czech Republic. He's down in the scorer's booth now.
You see the French bench.
And you were
Waiting for all this.
tongue in cheek saying high drama to start this period. I think you put the hex on yourself there, big guy.
Florent coming back across the floor, back onto the French bench. You're right, I've never seen that a coach
No.
at any level of hockey leave the bench, go over and right into the scorer's box and be allowed to do so and then go back to his own bench like nothing happened.
Okay. Now we've got the referee in chief. There's two referee in chiefs here at the tournament. This gentleman's name, I believe, is it escapes me now. We know he's from the Czech Republic. The other referee in chief is Dave Shaw from Canada, and he's talking. The issue obviously is with the Cayman Islands, something that the French have brought up with Cayman, because most of the explanation over there is with Cayman. I can only think, George, it's got to be something to do with the clock and the minor officials. We saw nothing on the floor at all, untowards or strange or.
No way to figure this one out from up here.
See players on both benches out jogging now. They're danger they might start tightening up here a little.
This is one of the most unusual things I've seen. Certainly the most unusual this week. I've seen a lot of conferences, but nothing of this nature. Getting everybody back to center.
Score hasn't changed. Time hasn't moved. Could this be much ado about nothing?
I was about to use the exact same phrase. You and I and Shakespeare.
All right, I'm out. I'm going to go find out what it was.
Drop the mic. You're out of here.
Cayman Islands scored by players number 93, Logan Evan. Time 31:42.
Well, after all that, goal stands. As Steve said, time stands and nothing changed. And Steve is on his way downstairs to try and figure out just what that was all about. Play at center. Dumped in by Courrier. Hunter for the Cayman Islands. Hunter off the boards, and they will move it out into center. Strength. One hands it down in low. Getting there ahead of Giorgio was Lehnerer. Good speed. Just beat the French defenseman to the ball. Giorgio had a step on him when they started that run. Down into the corner. Derek Bruce. Haven't seen him in this game yet. Number 27. He plays it back. They elect not to shoot it. We'll bring it back out into center one more time. And along the boards. Leonard couldn't get to it. Broken up by Giorgio. Ball bounces and batted out. 2-on-1 shaping up here for the French. In over the blue line. Crinier shot a weak one, cleared away by Cannon. He had Longpre with him, but Longpre had to hold up at the blue line for fear of being offside, and never did really get back into the play and become a passing option on that 2-on-1. Ballet intercepts that. Sends the Caymans back towards their own end. Bruce. He was stopped by Courier. Pass across. Arnaud with a chance. Arnaud with a shot. Rebound is there. Scores! And France right back in it one more time. They celebrate. The turnover at center. The Caymans guilty of a little lax defensive play in the last couple of moments. Gave up a 2-on-1 a second ago that nothing came of, but that time French came with numbers. Put home the rebound. So now 3-2, back to a 1-goal game.
Second goal for France, scored by player number 47 on his Modic, assist by number 91, Arnaud Marquez. Time 32:36.
That's cleared down the floor. That'll be flooring against France. And we didn't get any injury reports, but a couple of players we haven't seen for France. Number 94, Hugo Filieri. And the other one is number 33, Matthew Wallace. The ball goes out of play. Wondering if maybe one of those is wearing number 92 this morning. We just didn't get the update, and Stephen has checked, and we weren't able to get a definitive answer. Elbogen. We got that third goal for the Cayman Islands. That was France responded to. Elbogen shot goes well wide. Feibig holds it in at the line, out in front. Elbogen's got it again. Ball bounced on him a little bit. Shot went off a leg into the corner. Blomedon. Elbogen. Elbogen shot saved by Mueller. Rebound is there, cleared away. Longpre chips it up ahead. Pierre Longpre along the boards. Good work by Elbogen to get back on the back check and take it away from him. Over in the corner, Blomedon. They'll gain it in over the blue line, cutting for the front of the net. Knocked off his stick. Here is Blomedon. Out in front, shot. Again, does not get through. Scramble in front. Blomedon's got it again. Along the boards for Lehnerer. Lehnerer along the half wall. Back to Cover, Patrick Cover. Tried to put it in towards goal, went off a leg, comes over here to Lehnerer. French player, that's Julien Courier, was knocked down in front. He wants to get up and have words with Brad Fisher. Fisher was the player who knocked down Courier. Fisher wants no part of it. Don't believe there's been any call, no. Referees didn't see anything. Late change by the French. Fisher comes off. The Iranian comes on. Or by the Caymans. Sauvage comes on for France. Now we're set to go. 5:37 into the third of this semifinal. 3-2, the Cayman Islands lead it. Uramian turns his shot, went wide, came off the end boards. France come up with it. The net has been dislodged. That's the reason for that whistle. Both teams changing their personnel again. Shot, good save by Mueller. Rebound, a better save by Mueller. That one went right into his glove. Good shot from the point. Taken by Jewett. Again, a little bit of pushing and shoving. Not a whole lot of anything. Hard into the boards goes Romain Sauvage. Lost his balance and fell awkwardly. Complaining to the referee that he was pushed. Didn't look like much of anything from up here. Just we're a long ways away. Lehnerer back at the point. Windsor across. Jewett with the big slap shot. Wide of the net on the other side. Lehnerer has it. Lehnerer. In front, Uramian. Lehnerer. Lehnerer gets it out. Comes back here to Windsor. Or Jewett, rather. Jewett able to hold it in again. French get it, clear it down the floor. Nothing to do with it other than get rid of it. Flooring is the call. Back down to our right. 6:54 gone now. And coming up next, 12:30 local time, at the other B semifinal, Haiti, Great Britain. Winner meets in the gold medal game. The winners meet in the gold medal game tomorrow morning. Lehnerer right from the faceoff got in, but put it wide of the goal. Kept in by Hather. Lehnerer's down on the floor in behind the French goal or over in the corner. He gets back to his feet. Play was stopped. Check on the player. Dumped into the French zone. Baptiste Debras gets it over to Ballet. Pass up at center, tipped to the boards by Arnaud and taken away by Elbegin. Back to Hather, quickly up the floor. Pull. Drops it back. Shot went off a leg. That was Pache. Pull into the slot, cleared away by Mueller. Hather has it on the far side. Hather. Down low, pull is out in front. Elbegin out there as well in the high slot. Out in front, jam play and save made by Mueller. At the blue line, it's going to be a penalty. Great hip check at the blue line, but not allowed in ball hockey. Ian Bridges stepped into the French players. He was crossing the blue line, made a move. Looked like he had Hather beat. Now they're stuck at the hip. Knocked down the French player. And France trailing by a goal. Now go on the power play. Courrier wins the faceoff to Arnaud. Ballet is back at center waiting for it. He'll get it. Got Marican is on the right side. Arnaud on the left. Puts it towards goal. It deflects and goes over the top. Get big Dimitri Bogus setting up in front. And Courrier out in the slot. Arnaud. Bogus in front, setting up the screen. Shot comes in. Cannon saw it, got the right pad on it. French control the rebound. Arnaud. Ballet. Shot, that rang off the goal post. Had the goaltender beat, hit the left post and came straight out again. That close to tying this game for France. Arnaud dumps it in right to Cannon. Cannon will catch it. He's going to have to hang on to it. That'll create a face-off in the Cayman Islands end of the floor. What a chance. France's Ballet wired one from outside the blue line. You can see it squarely hit the goalpost to the right of Randy Cannon. That gets over the head of Roussel, who's out at the point now for France, down the floor. 48 seconds to go in the French power play. Here is Roussel, outside the blue line, faked the shot, brings it in, but fooled his teammate. You know, they weren't going to call offside on that. His teammate was way inside the blue line. Referee indicated they claimed his own. Missed guy over on the other side, 10 feet inside the blue line. Came out, brought back in. Now we're get it settled. Roussel, his shot went under the glove of Cannon, but comes out the far side. Alexandre Capet. Capet, he'll shoot it again, looking for the deflection. Ball went right into the goaltender, who redirected into the corner. Penalties over. Long prey. Back to Roussel. In behind the goal, over on the far side. Courrier. Tried to pass it back, but missed his defense. Goes all the way down to Mueller. French will change. Cayman Islands change. Under 5 minutes to go. 1 goal game semifinal. Winner plays in the gold medal game tomorrow against the winner of Great Britain and Haiti. Pass misfired, goes all the way down the floor, so we're going to come back down into the French zone for this face-off. Again, we're back to even strength, 5-on-5. Semi-final Saturday here in Zug. Tomorrow the teams will play for the bronze, the gold, and the silver. Men's A and B pool and the women's division. That shot went wide. Rebound all the way out here to the near side. Jewett has it. Dumped out by the French. Back is Jason Windsor. Windsor circling back inside his own zone. 4 minutes to go. Pull with a shot, saved by Mueller. Rebound cleared away by Ballet. Ballet just gets rid of it. That's going to go just wide of the goal. Flooring against France. Capet. Over on the far side. Giorgio shoots it in, goes behind the goal. Cayman Islands, no hurry to move it out. Big in the corner. Slowly up to the blue line. Lennerer off the boards and giving chase. Down in the corner is Matt Stone. Stone and Roussel go into the corner. Big. Shot one off a leg, comes out towards the blue line. The French pick it up and head up the floor. Tried to get it to Capet, intercepted. That's going to be a hand pass. Face-off will stay right at center. 2 minutes, 46 seconds remaining this semifinal one-goal game. Cayman Islands scored twice early. France scored early in this third period to make it 2-1. No scoring in the second. Caymans right back, make it 3-1, and France not ready to go away. Got one, and that's where we stand. One goal game, 3-2. Mary Hanna's breaking in. Hanna's getting in front. Hanna's with a shot. Cannon with the save. Hanna's did good work coming in off the boards. Got a good shot away. Nelson, top of the circle, lost it. Ballet had it bounce on him. Nelson's got it again. Shot goes in the air and in behind the goal. Strink trying to get it out in front. Elbigan down low. Pull coming off the bench, heads for the front of the net. Ball doesn't come to him. Strink behind the goal, or Nelson that was. Again, Cayman Islands eating up time here down in the French zone as they cycle the ball and cycle it. Pull lost it finally to Arnaud. Arnaud. Lost it to Courrier. Passed it to Arnaud, but French don't do anything with it. Elbigan with a shot. Glove save by Mueller. Out in front. Backhand all alone in front. Big save by Mueller. Pache all alone, one-on-one with the goaltender. Backhand was stopped. Again, Mueller giving his team a chance, and here they come. Courrier. Arnaud heads for the front. Pass just missed. Picked up by the Cayman Islands. 1 minute to go now. Bouncing ball. Mueller comes out. Long pass. Doesn't get it out. Kept in by the Caymans. Shot knocked down to the boards. Sauvage will get to it first for France. We're down now to just 40 seconds left to go in the game. Partial breakaway here for the Caymans. Yermanian scores on the rebound. That was set up. There was a play over by the boards. Yermanian came with the ball. Roussel turned to argue with the referee and let Yermanian go in all alone, unimpeded. Mueller made the first save, couldn't make the second. And now France is going to pick up a penalty, but Roussel stopped playing at the blue line. The ball was still loose, and that will do it. Cayman Islands now up by 2, just 30 seconds left. French have spent a lot of time in this game arguing. Oh, and again, Martin Florent very angry at the referees over that non-call. Just made the signal again. If I read the international hand signals properly, he told the referee to open his eyes. Not a good thing to say to a referee. And coach is reading the referee the riot act. And the referee is taking it. But he's had enough now, and he's going to walk away. Mock cheering now from the French coach. Referee gets him to ring the buzzer here at the arena to get the players out to center. 30 seconds to go, a 2-goal lead now for the Cayman Islands. Shot comes in, Cannon makes a save. Up at center, Arnaud caught it, he hung on to that too long. As he grabbed it, spun around with it to get away from the defender, and then the French shoot the ball down the floor. I think there's probably going to be a misconduct here as things get out of hand a little bit late into this one. Arnaud is going to go. The referee is tired of debating. Just says, get in the box, I'm not going to talk to you. So 2 French players in the box, both for misconduct purposes. So we're still 5-on-5 out on the floor. Time ticking away, 10 seconds to go now.
Players number 18 from France, Alexandre for unsportsmanlike conduct, time 44:30. And 10 minutes for the players number 91 from France, Arnaud Mathias for unsportsmanlike conduct, time 44:39.
So a couple of misconducts. Have the 2 French players in the bench, in the penalty box, I should say. Just 5 seconds to go in this one. Ball is dropped. Ballet fires it down the 4. One last save by Cannon. Clock didn't start. Referee is saying, run the time off. Game's over. We're done. And there it goes. Sauvage wants to go over and talk to the referee. His teammates are clearing him out of there. All over, guys. Anything said now will change nothing. So Cayman Islands will play for the gold tomorrow. France will get a chance still to get a medal. They'll play for the bronze against the loser between Haiti and Great Britain. Again, we've got that game coming up for you, scheduled for 12:30 local time, which is in 40 minutes from now. This game took a little longer to play. French coach is out there. He's got all his players down in front of the goal instead of lining up on the blue line. It's a little unusual as we want to get to the player of the game presentations. Hopefully the message is, forget about this one, guys. It's over. We can still get a medal. Focus on tomorrow. Don't do anything to get yourselves tossed out at this point. Now that the game is over, you will get another chance. All right. Lined up. Let's get the player of the game presentations before we sign off.